are you? It's Yolanda. I'm going to flip this camera around. Hold on. I'm popping on. I'm going live. I'm trying to see who's going to shine in. Carmen, what's going on with you? Welcome to the chat. I decided to pop in and see who all pops in, so I had the camera pointing the other way. Here I am. One of those nights. What's going on with you, girl? I've been checking them videos out over there, and honey, I'm just gonna say them, the duck tongue. I don't know what to say about them, but I got to give it to you, girl. You're doing your thing over there. So how's it been going? How's your day been going? I just signed on. And you actually the first one that popped in. Did you get notification, or did you just, were you just like some people, were you just strolling and happened to see me? I'm curious. Some people say they don't get notification. It says, I see you. Ain't nothing much going on with me. Yeah, I hear you. Same old, same old. I'm just popping on here for a minute. It says, yes. Okay, so you got notification, cool. So some people say they don't get notification and some do. So sometimes I'll text some people, like some of my driver friends that don't leave comments, but they do check out the stuff. But I appreciate you letting me know you got that notification, and thank you for dropping in. I appreciate that. I'll still be checking you out. And like I said, you got some good content over there from time to time. You know, when I put people in my posts, just go ahead and check it out. And we'll keep spreading the love. And I popped on here. I'm going to pop on here for about an hour. So if you stay, that's fine. If you pop in and out, that's all good too. I'm going to try to do about an hour or so. And then I got to catch up with some more content. So I just wanted to pop in, just say hi, see you all come in, chit chat a little bit, and that's about it. I mean, it's all good. Like I said, I love your content over there. And honey, all that food, girl, all I can say is whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know how you do it, but you know what? I was checking you out because your skin is just flawless. You know what I'm saying? So that tells me it's something out of that exotic foods that you eating. Hey, everybody in the chat, go over there and check out my girl Carmen Eats. If you want to see some exotic foods, if you want to see what you said, it says I just had octopus. I'm gonna have to check that one out. The last one I see you was eating duck tongue. Question mark King said hi. Hello King, how are you? It says thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, anybody in the chat that see Carmen Eats, go over there and check her out. If you guys like exotic foods, she is the person. So when did you upload that video with the octopus, Carmen? Did you do it today? Because I haven't too long signed on, and I'm just, like I said, popping in to see who all is out and about. And I can check that out. If not tonight, sometime tomorrow. You know, I still got to catch up on some content myself. But I want to catch in. I'm still kind of getting my watch hours. It says maybe about 30 minutes ago. Okay then, so it's still kind of fresh. It ain't like you had to wait this morning. And I probably got notification. I just haven't went in that section and checked it out as of yet. Like I said, I haven't too long popped on myself. And I just popped in and wanted to see if I can get about an hour or so before I check out some more content. That's about it. It says, how are you? I'm doing fine, King. How are you doing? It says, yeah, it's new. Okay, that's cool, Carmen. I'll check it out. Now, I'm curious, was it a whole octopus? Did you fry it? I mean, give me a little bit of detail before I go over there. This octopus, is it still alive? That's all I want to know. It says, I like your hair. I appreciate it. If you don't know, if you know, Carmen, that's what I've been doing. I got all that gray out and then got it washed and twisted all up. And I'll keep it like this for a couple of days. It's heavy though. You know how heavy my hair is. It says, King says, good. That's good, King. Welcome to the chat. We was just chit-chatting. That's about it. Yeah, you laughing. I had to get that. Girl, you go back. I was looking at those videos. Baby, you see all that gray that I had? It was like a whole afro there. Everybody was like, keep the gray, keep the gray. That's the wisdom. Wisdom, my butt. That was getting on my nerves watching those videos with all that gray hair. I said, nah, it's got to go. And then, you know, sometimes I plait it up, but it's so, you know, my hair is really heavy. And so I don't put it up in a bun too much because it's just so heavy. And this is heavy, so I ain't gonna have it long, but I appreciate that. It said, everybody's saying keep the gray. I might let it come out, but right now I'm just not ready for it. That's why I went ahead and had it touched up and stuff. So yeah. Ezekiel, what's up? It says, what's up, you all? Welcome to the chat. We was just chit-chatting. If you get a chance, go over there and check out my girl Carmen Eats. I don't know if you subscribe to her, but if you into exotic foods, she is the person to see. She said she did uploaded a video about 30 minutes ago with an octopus. And I was asking her, was it alive? Did you deep fry? Did you grill it? Tell me something. I'll say, King, it says, so what do you guys talk about? Oh, we just talk about random stuff, King. Whatever, everybody in this chat, a lot of us are kind of familiar with each other. This is your first time here. We just talk about random stuff. It says, I like the gray hair. Yeah, but if you notice, remember I had gray yesterday? I washed that gray right out of my hair. No more gray, baby. It's gone for now. But for now, we're going to see. It says, I just washed hair last night. Oh, I just watched her hair. Oh, you seen that hair video? Yeah, I had to tussle with that again today. Tony, yo, man, look who's in the house, the man himself. It says, I'm in the bushes getting ready to make my video. Okay, I'm going to be checking out. Carmen just put out a video too. So I'm going to be checking out her video. We got your video. It says, oh, King says, oh, okay. And then Carmen Eats, it says, I boiled it and made a seafood boil. Ooh, girl. Whoa, wait a minute. So you boiled it. The octopus, you boiled it whole, and it says, I made it out of seafood boil with shrimp, clam, eggs, and girl. Woo! Just even thought of the octopus got to me. So you boiled it, huh, and made the seafood boil out of it. Girl, Lord have mercy. It says, no, I just watched Carmen Eats. Like, okay, I see what you said. I thought you were saying you watched my hair video. I was like, what? So you seen that video with Carmen Eats? You just watched hers, huh? And Carmen, it says, yes, it was whole. Oh, girl. Woo. It says, I like and subscribe. Thank you, King. I appreciate it. And if you stay in the chat, we just going to chit chat. If not, just keep coming back. I just go live randomly. Carmen, it says, at Black People, thank you. I appreciate that. It says, Polo Sports. If it has no fins and scales, it's unclean to eat biblically. Oh, so what's unclean? Oh, you talking about the octopus that Carmen had? Well, sweetheart, you'll have to discuss that with her. I don't know how she did it. She said she boiled it, so you said yes. So what if she wants to eat it the way? What if she likes it with the, what did you say? The fins and the scales, or the scales. I mean, what if she like it like that? Carmen, you see Polo Sport is talking to you about the octopus. You'll have to discuss that with her because I think she know what she's doing. She eats a lot of exotic foods over there. You go check out her channel. Carmen, it says octopus don't have fins or scale. So she know what she's doing. King says, hi, Carmen. Yeah. Polo, it says, it is a sin and not good for your body. What's a sin and what's not good for your body, Polo Sports? 67. It said, he is crazy. 67. Hello, 67. Welcome to the chat. It says, Carmen says, hi, King. So, Polo, what do you mean it's a sin and not good for your body? For her to eat the octopus? She laughing. It says clams, octopus, shrimp, etc. So clams, octopus, shrimp, etc. So, oh yes, okay. Well, you know, I look at it like this, Polo. I think people should have the right to eat whatever foods, and I feel where you're coming from. But at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know what to say. Hessen 3 show. It says, at Yolanda, how you doing? I'm doing fine, sweetheart. Welcome to the chat. It says Book of Leviticus. It says has the dietary laws. It says salute to the chat. Well, hi, it's crazy. I see you, Polo. It says nothing is good for you nowadays. That's what okay, Carmen is speaking to him. It says, Yolanda, you're a trucker. Yes, I am, Polo Sport. Are you a trucker? I'm still trying to get by the park that you talking to Carmen. Yes, I'm a trucker. Are you a trucker? Yes, I am. It says, nah, I'm a welder. Oh, okay, you're a welder. So what type of meats do you eat? Have you ever checked out Carmen's page? She was discussing what she had made. Have you ever actually went over to her page? She eats all exotic foods like duck tongue. She does rabbit, octopus, chicken feet, pig feet, you name it. You would have to check her page out. It says beef, chicken, and lamb. Well, see, I don't eat beef. I don't eat no lamb. I mainly eat chicken. I'll eat some turkey. It says fish with scale and fin. Oh, okay. Well, I eat salmon. So what's wrong with me eating salmon? I love grilled salmon on the grill. King, it says, hey guys, did you know that puffins are called sea clowns? No, I did not. I know that I did not. Turkey is clean. Oh, I see what you know. You just eat certain meats that are clean. Well, actually, I can go days without eating meats. I like a lot of fresh fruits. I just clean these. I like a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables. And a lot of these, they're all man-made too. The only time you can really get good stuff if you got your own garden and you're growing your own stuff. The stuff, even if it says it's organic, unless you're getting it from a local farmer markets that is making even, like I'm looking at these grapes. I bought them. Yes, they are clean. I just put them back in the bag. I soaked them with vinegar, baking soda, and sea salt. These grapes that I bought, believe it or not, these are, any grapes are all fruits, or in my opinion, supposed to have seeds. So far as I'm concerned, these are man-made. I mean, I'm not going to go into the different foods. I let people eat whatever they choose to eat. I understand people got a problem with certain foods, but hey, each is its own. I mean, it's what it is, you know? It says at Polo, it says don't eat scales, and yes, I'll eat fins, but they have to be fried. Girl. Well, y'all have that debate back and forth about that. Have you seen her video? She put out a video today. She had octopus. So in other words, you're saying even though she cleaned it or whatever she said she did it, because I don't know nothing about octopus, you're saying that she still shouldn't eat the octopus because it's unclean to eat? Is that what you're saying? It says, Carmen, it says, I mean, do not eat the fins or scales. It just has to be the fish that has fins. Oh, okay, I see what he's saying. Well, again, each is their own. I don't bump nobody for what they eat. I mean, it's a lot of people don't eat no meat at all and got a problem with some people that eat the meat. King, I see you, King. It says cool. Oh, cool. It says Polo Sport. It says the Bible tells us what is clean and unclean. Okay, well, Polo, what about the atheists? What about those that don't? You can't, I mean, everybody is different. I know what the Bible says. She probably knows, and a lot of people know what the Bible said, but then what about, so what if somebody was an atheist and they don't believe in reading or certain things? How would you address that? I'm just curious. Because see, we can have discussions all day about like different foods. We could even get on different beliefs. Black people are clean. It says Polo Sport. It says it talked about the Old Testament dietary laws. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. Each is his own. I'm not going to go into that because, again, I don't know. I know Carmen has been eating like that for a while. It says then that's their choice, but at least they got the heads up. Okay, I feel you. I understand. It says life is short. Do what you want. Do what you want to do. Okay, yeah, I agree with you on that one. You're right. Like you got a lot of vegetarian. You got vegan. You got people that, like I said, they all eat differently. Just like we got believers, non-believers. Like I'm saying, like atheists and whatever. I had a debate with a driver last week. Yes, I am a truck driver. In case you didn't know, Polo Sport. It says life is short. Okay, yeah, that's Carmen saying that. Well, Polo, I had a debate with a driver that was an atheist, and me and him was going back and forth because me and another driver was talking, and he asked me how was I doing, and I just said, hey, I'm blessed. I got up this morning, another day or whatever. And he said, no, I think I told you guys. He said, oh, you got up by yourself. But it says living life with Leanne. Hey sis, how's it going? It says King, hey, do you know 5G plus 5G or Q? No, I don't. And so let me finish telling Polo. So Polo about this. So he was going back and forth. And I think I've told you guys before, I run into a lot of atheists, and they said people that believe, and I'm not going to argue with nobody when it comes to religion, and they said people that believe, it's like beating a dead horse, you know. So I mean, again, each is their own. One thing I'm not gonna argue with and go back and forth with nobody with, and that's religions, and that's politics. Because at the end of the day, if you choose to believe in a higher power, you got Muslims, you got Catholics, you got Baptists, you got Christians, Jehovah's Witness. I mean, the list goes on and on. At the end of the day, I respect everybody's belief. I'm not, like I just said, I'm not even finna get into that. I'm not even finna go there. It says no one can tell other people what to eat. Okay, yeah, I agree, and that's what I'm saying. People eat whatever they want to eat. Like, I mean, I've seen people say, oh, you shouldn't eat this or you shouldn't eat that. Hell, leave me alone. Because I'm going to eat what I want to eat. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. I mean, the topic just goes on and on. I mean, like you got people that believe in abortion. Some don't believe in abortions. Then you got those that, yeah, they'll believe in abortion if somebody got raped, but then we can go from topic to topic. You got people that don't believe in having sex before marriage. Some do, but the Bible says that. I mean, we could just debate all day and all long and all night. At the end of the day, I respect each individual decision on how, because I've had people that quote scriptures out of the Bible, and this is my saying, okay? I was raised in a house, in a church, with Christian, my grandmother, my mother, I can go on and on. What I'm saying is, anybody can read the Bible, okay? I can read the Bible. I can read the Bible front to back, from the beginning all the way to the end of Revelation. I can read it over. I can read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. I can quote verses. Anybody can quote anything. They read it enough and go on and on with it. Well, what I'm saying is, when people come at you with the Bible, and this is what get me, I'll give y'all an example. So it says the Bible is a history book of events that took place. Yes, it says, so you guys want to do something. Hold up a minute, King. We on the subject. Okay, and I feel where you coming from, but I'm finna give you some example on that. Okay, so my example is, let me see. Say for instance, I'm trying to find a good example. Because I had this happen to me earlier with a lady that was quoting a part out of the Bible. And this is what I told her. I said, let me tell you something. If you're going to quote the Bible and you're going to go to a certain scripture, a certain chapter, a certain book, whether it's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Revelation, Genesis, I can go on and on. When you go over that scripture verse, whatever you're trying to come at me with, because you got to remember now, don't get it twisted now. I know a little something now. I'm not a pastor now, but what I'm saying is, when you come at me, you better come correct. Don't read me half of the scripture or half of the chapter. Come with the whole. Don't judge me. When you go to the Bible, what does it say? Thou shalt not judge. See, now don't get me to preaching up in here. See, now you telling me half of the preaching. Say now, You like, I feel as though now you're a hypocrite because you telling me one thing, but then you judging me. But then, like, how can you say that? Because in the Bible, it also says, thou shalt not judge. I mean, we could go on and on. So that's why I don't throw stuff at people. I let people live their life, because when it comes time to judgment day, they got to answer. Not me. They do. So who am I to judge them? I can go on and on. I ain't finna get to preaching to nobody, but I'm just telling you fact. Fact. When people come with these scriptures, they have a problem with reading half of it. Nah, partner, read the whole part. You skipping a whole verse. You skipping a whole section. That's just like reading a book, and the book got 20 chapters, right? And you want to tell me the main characters, or you want to tell me this and that about the book, right? But you tell me about chapter 1, and then you tell me about chapter 8. But dang, what happened to the other chapters in between? How you just gonna skip all of them chapters? That's what some people do with the Bible. It says, yeah, as you speak truth about pride. You know, I appreciate that, sis. No, and I'm being for real, though. People do that on a regular basis. They want to judge people. Oh, God is not pleased with this. But at the same time, they sit up there wagging their tongue. Let God deal with that. That's not your place. I'm the type of person, I'm not judging nobody. I listen to a little gossip. I don't care who's sleeping with who, what they doing. I listen. But at the end of the day, if somebody gay, lesbian, oh, I don't believe in this. What? Live your life. My grandmother used to say, sweep your own front porch before you get to messing with somebody else's. You got to take care of your own affairs. Why are we worried about other folks' affairs? I'm just saying. It's okay to do a little bit gossiping from time to time. I mean, but I'm not finna get there, but I don't go there with nobody. Because at the end of the day, I'm not judging nobody, and I sure don't want you to judge me. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's as simple as that. What's good, fam? Hey, Larry, what's going on? That I'm missing people? Okay, let me see. Polo. It says, but to be judged mean there is an action behind it. A friendly warning is not judgment. Okay, yeah, I feel you, but at the same time, Polo, I think I'm trying to get you to see my point. At the end of the day, whether you're a preacher or not, father, sister, whatever, I'm just saying, or you're in a higher power in the church, you can be a bishop. I mean, what I'm saying is I understand fully, just like I understand you. All I'm asking for is to understand me. And I feel where you were going. That's all I'm saying. But I'm not judging. I didn't say you was judging. I'm just talking. It says, Paul, hello. That's all I'm saying. But I'm going to let you go ahead and have the floor. And I see what Corman was saying, and I also see your point, too. You know, I see. It's me. Hello, Mary. How are you doing? It says, Paula, it says, like if a person's murders someone, the judgment is death. Punishment is Old Testament. Okay. I mean, you know how. Well, anybody want to answer that? Bo 14 Live. Hello, love. How's it going? So murder someone as judgment is death is punishment. Anybody want to step in that? It says good in you. I'm doing fine, Mary. I appreciate that. I checked out your videos. It says, but I'm not judging. Okay, King, you keep saying that we know you're not judging, but we're just saying. It says, I like the dialogue. Okay. It says, Larry, yes. It's me. Okay, she's saying thank you. Well, like I said, I understand fully what you're saying. She said, hi, Bo. That's Lena. Angel, hi. Everybody, welcome to the chat, King. Should I just go? King, you don't have to go. What are you leaving for? Okay, it says Polo Sport. It says most people aren't normally taught dietary laws unless Israel, Jewish, or Muslim. Okay, yeah, I feel them on that. But do we have any Muslims up in here? Do we have any Jews up in here? Any Muslims? And what was the other one? It says hello, living life. Okay, yeah. Well, anybody in here strictly Muslim? I wish a Muslim was up in here. I got a Muslim friend that I follow, but I don't think she's nice. I couldn't get in touch with her. I would love to hear her input on some stuff. Larry said no. No what, Larry? So Larry, you're not Jewish, Muslim, or none of that. We got so many different religions. All I'm saying is I respect everybody's religion. I respect what everybody choose to eat with their diet. You got a lot of people that fast, intermittent fasting. They pray a lot. Like I said, you got a lot of religions out there. You know? I'm just saying. Each is their own. It says Christ said, keep the commandment, but pastors say you can sin. That's leading the flock astray. You know, I mean, woo, baby, y'all show getting to me. Well, let me go and bust out now. Let me just stop. I ain't gonna go there. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. Okay, yeah. Again, that's Anybody want to comment? It says the problem is people seldom read scriptures on their own. Oh, that's not true. But I see. Yeah. Okay. We'll go. But we'll debate that. We'll debate that. So in other words, you're saying the only time that they're getting the scripture or reading is what, like when they're at church or listening to a pastor or a preacher or a bishop or something. I'm a little bit confused on that part. School me, if you will. And I got one more question. I mean, so you're on a lot of biblical stuff, and I feel you, and I'm not gonna debate with you because, like I said, let me say, it says the Bible says, "Study to show yourself approved unto God." Yes, I love Jesus. No, let me stop. Well, let me say, you know what? I think I'm going to go back to what I said. Like I said, I'm not going to discuss religion. And I'm not going to discuss politics. But I will hear you. You can go ahead and discuss it. Okay? I'm just going to be like, okay, I hear you. And you know, this is, you know what? This is the platform. You welcome to discuss things. People can shine in if they want to. I'm just not going to say no. Yes, it is necessary to be okay. As I think that polo sports is a huge. You know what? Girl, shut up, yo. Why? Larry, what's up, Larry? It says people know about the Bible. Larry, yes I am, and I figured that polo, but I don't like to say anything. I've been picked that up when you came into the chat. When you said what you said, Carmen, I already figured it out. Because trust me, I read the Bible every day, even though, no, let me say, I'm not playing, I'm not mocking, I'm just saying, you can 9 times out of 10, don't come for me, y'all. Because I am a Baptist. I grew up in a Christian household. When a person speaks and they tell you, we'll start off with dietary. You can 9 times out of 10, tell me if I'm right or wrong. Tell what type of religion they are. Come on, somebody, help me, y'all. Because a lot of people think that I'm Muslim. When I eat a certain way, the first thing you can stereotype. As they say, don't judge a book by its cover. You could. Yes, you could. And look how quick he picked up you and you agreed with him. You say yes. He already knew you was Hebrew just by your dietary, what you was saying. Chill Will crew, what's up, Chill Will? We see you in the house. Chill Will is saying hello, Tony Man, hello chat. Blessings to you all. Blessings. Polo, it says if your spirit bears witness, I agree. Okay. Well, you know, well, okay. Hey, Chill Will, what's popping? What's going on with you? Ooh, supposed to shine your light as Israelite. Okay. Polo sport. It says that Hebrews is irrelevant and has been Centered on in the last talking of the point, Polo Sport, it says Christ said, don't put your light under a bushel. Well, y'all, should we gonna have church in here tonight? I ain't finna even go there. I wish my grandma was here. Well, whew, Lord, sweet Jesus. Yes, I love Jesus. Yes, I love Jesus. Because the Bible tells me so. Trevor, welcome to the chat. Are those Diddy braids? Baby, baby. Diddy ain't got no braids like mine. You like my Diddy braids, baby? Uh-huh. Diddy braids, Diddy braids. These are Dookie braids. You ever heard of Dookie braids? That's what these are, sweetheart. You like my Dookie braids? You like my Dookie braids? It says, I meant to say Polo Sport has been trained in his talking points. I'm just going to say, amen, amen, amen. Bingo, 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 B-I-N-G-E-O, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Lena, hello, sis. How's it going? Who is this? Switch 3. It says, wish your grandma was here too. Yes, I wish she was here. I shall miss her. It says, trained by God in the name of Christ. Paul, the braid look nice. Oh, thank you, Paula. You like my braids? A lot of people used to my hair. I had to get my gray out. And then this is how I got my hair done. Y'all notice, anybody that my regulars know that all that gray gone, baby, it vanished. Y'all want to see the back? Let me see if I can show y'all the back. Y'all see the back? Baby, I'm in the house. Got my stuff hooked up. See? Y'all like it? It's looking tight, ain't it? Oh, yeah. The girl got it popping. I had to show y'all, though. But, you know, thank y'all for noticing my new do. It's only going to be up like this a couple of days or something. Because this is heavy. My hair is very heavy to be doing these type of styles. And it's pulling my brain. That's why I don't wear my hair up. Okay. I appreciate that. It says the Bible... It says the Bible is of no private interpretations of brother. Okay. Love them Diddy do. Thank you. I love my doo-doos too. Oh boy, oh boy. LOL, LOL. It's just, it says, your locks are so beautiful as well. I appreciate that love. That's my sister in the house. Y'all go check her out. It says, you're turning up. Yeah, baby. Your grandma was the best. If she knew, you know what I mean. You know what? I'm going to leave that one alone. I ain't going to go there. I know what you mean, Leah. You was meant locks. I got your sis, Carmen. It says, oh, my God, Yolanda, have you heard from Toasty? No, I haven't. You know what? I was thinking about Toasty the other day. That's the person that came on there was looking for the suicide hotline number. I don't know if I'm even supposed to say that. Forgive me. They was needing help. Let's put it like that. I hope they're okay. No, I have not. Sam, Polo Sports, are you teaching on the streets? What you said, is he teaching on the street? He'll have to answer that. It says, your grandma made the best biscuit ever. My grandma made a lot of good things. Biscuits, collard greens, black-eyed peas, sweet potatoes, pinto beans, you name it. She had it off and popping. Diane, welcome to the chat, sweetheart. Welcome, welcome. It says, anywhere I go. It says, I have taught on the streets before, at work. Chill Will said it's nice. Thank you, Chill Will. It's me, Mary. Look good. Thank you, Mary. Y'all must be talking about my doo-doo locks, my doo-doo plaits. Oh, you taught on YouTube, family. So in other words, Polo Sports, you're saying you teach at all of these places, work, on the street, YouTube, family, wherever you can teach at, right? Family, living life with Nina. It says, I like them. Thank you, love. It says, Karma, your hair is right. I appreciate that. Friends. Oh, so Polo is still saying where he's teaching at. And then Bo for Life says, beautiful. Thank you. I'm glad y'all like my dookie locks. Y'all will get to see when I take them out. It's supposed to be curly. I want them to be curly because I went on Bo 14 Life and she did a video talking about, what's that video you was talking about, sweetheart? I loved her hair. Bo 14 did a video talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. And so Bo was sitting there in Sha'Carri, and her hair was all curly and all pretty. I was like, look at you, girl. Look at you. Girlfriend, I love that hairstyle on her. That was definitely you, girl. I guess she got it all fresh. I keep thinking about that. I love that. So Polo Sport, it says stuff like that. It's me, said yes. Sam, it says Tony, yo, man needs to cook some liver and onions with some King Cobra. Woo, Tony, yo, man. You hear that? That liver. And it says, yes. Ezekiel, he says, it says, arguing about the Bible is what Polo does. What? Why you... What he said? No, he did not. He said, arguing about the Bible is what Polo does. Why you say that? Why you say that, love? He said, arguing about the Bible. So he give you that vibe? It says, thank you for, okay, you're welcome, sweetheart. It says, it's not arguing. It said, we're talking. Everybody got their own opinion now. It says, are you offended? It's who offended? You talking about, am I offended? Who are you? It says, he has been trained to do it. It says, because I tell you the truth. Wait, y'all got me confused. Now, wait a minute. What part did I miss? It says, are you offended? Oh, so you're talking to black people are chosen. Well, his name is really Ezekiel. So you're talking to him. It says, because I tell you the truth. I study the word. Hello. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, love. Welcome to the chat. Girl, it's getting, yes. Leanne, this is getting interesting. See, this is one reason why I don't discuss religion. It says, no, not offended. Y'all please don't get heated about it. See now when you going back and forth with religion, okay, cool. They good now. See, when you go back and forth with religion, it started causing problems because people be on two different pages. And then like we were saying, he was saying Muslim, a Jew, you know, all naming all the person, and then some people start getting it offended. And then now here we go. It says, may God in the name of Christ bless you all with the light, strength, abundance, and wisdom. Amen. Okay, I appreciate that. Sam said, what camp are you from, Polo Sport? What camp is he from? Amen. Thank you, Polo. So Sam, what you mean? It says, what camp are you from? Oh, you saying like if he's like in a cult or something? What camp are you from, Polo Sport? It says, I'm not in a camp, but I like Eoka. Okay. Well, And I guess camp and it's being in a cult is the same as being in a camp. It says peace out, y'all. Wait. Okay, peace out. Good night, Polo, and thanks for dropping by. Carmen, good night. We're going to check out that video with that octopus. Hey, you guys, go over there and check out Carmen Eats. She dropped the video, I guess, about an hour ago. She did an octopus, y'all. So if y'all like octopus, she said she made the octopus in a seafood boil. She said she cut up some sausage, the octopus. I think she had some eggs. However you make a seafood boil, instead of the seafood, she put an octopus in there. So if y'all, you know, if y'all rock with octopus, go on over there and see my girl Carmen. That girl is something else. Let me tell you. Because I ain't trying to see nobody octopus. I'm not even trying to see, never mind. Girl, Carmen, I take my hat off to you. It says, but I would say that it is rude to come on someone else's live and try to beat them with the Bible. Well, I feel you. I just don't even be saying nothing. I'll say a little something, but I appreciate that, Ezekiel. I really appreciate that. You know, the platform is here. And if everybody's indulging, I'm just going to let them talk, whether I agree or not. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to judge nobody. And I see what you're playing. I agree, because I've seen people that do that a lot of time, go on people's platform, and whether it's whatever religious, Jew, whatever, you know, Mormon, atheists, and they just come at them. I've been on a Christian platform and seen atheists, 3 or 4 of them come in and attack all the Christians, and they going back and forth. I would have shut it down. I would have stopped all that nonsense. You know, how you going to come on somebody's platform because you don't believe and you knowing that they believe? You could just keep it moving. But I feel you. I appreciate that. It's good night, Carmen. Okay, sis, I see you. Okay, Carmen, Carmen is still here. She was saying good night to Polo. Okay. Okay, I didn't know. Good night, Polo. We got it. It said it had shrimp. Okay, shrimp in there too. Okay, I got you. So Carmen on her video with her octopus, it has shrimp, octopus. I think she said sausage. It's like a seafood boil. Like I said, with the octopus. Clams. Okay, got you, love. It says you're eating them white grapes. I probably need to go get myself some white wine. Some white wine. These are some green ones. And you know what? They really ain't grapes unless you growing your own, baby. I got these at the local store earlier today. And it says true. Yeah. They got some black beauty grapes too. So I got the green ones and some black beauty ones and then the red ones. They said it tastes like bubble gum, but they're all pretty good. They pretty, you know, grapes supposed to be natural, pretty sugar, but they ain't got no seeds. You know, grapes are supposed to have seeds in there. These are man-made. They made these grapes in some factory in their backyard and somewhere up in the backwoods hanging up. They grew these themselves. It was grown in a factory. See that? And I know they were. I could be wrong. No, sis, they don't have seeds. That's what I say. Anytime a grape don't have seeds, it's not a real grape. They don't have seeds. None of them in the store where I was at had any seeds in them. Oh, Chrissy's, those cotton candy grapes are good. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. It said red ones are real good. I got the black ones, the red ones and the green ones, and I'm telling you, ain't none of them got no seeds in them. None of them. You can barely find a watermelon with seeds in there. And when you buy fruit and stuff, it should have seeds in it. But I take it. This is, hey, I love grapes. But like Chrissy said, the cotton candy one, has anybody ever had those cotton candy grapes? Those cotton candy grapes off the chain. But they're made, these are not like grown like they used to do back in the day. Like maybe when we were coming up as children, when you got the grapes, and when you bit into a grape, it had a seed. There's no seed in there. There's nothing. Grapes are supposed to have a seed, just like watermelon. Watermelon is supposed to have a seed. When you ask Queen, my girl Queen, Go over there and check out I Am Queen. I Know Who I Am. Queen, slice that watermelon. All those big old seeds in there. Watermelon should have seeds in there. And people think it's cool to go buy a seedless watermelon. It says, Chrissy H, are you single? Oh, Chrissy, I have to. Oh, he's talking to. He took me for a loop like Chrissy H. He just busted in the chat. Chrissy H, are you single? But I like to most of the time, but because I'm on the road, it says Sam says I know how to make prison wine out of grape. Really? It says yes, I got my eye on her. Woo! The way he said, yes, I got my eye on her. Like, really? Boy, you just come in here. Boy, I got some people in this chat tonight. My. Is it Sunday? Yes, it's Sunday. Is it a full moon? I don't know if it's a full moon. I can't see the moon. Does anybody know if it's a full moon? It says, Sam, did you drop the soap in print? Oh, Lord, I always come in hot. I feel you. I ain't mad at you come in hot. You said you doing it, huh? But to me, the best place to get fruit is when you if you go to a farmer's market. Like, you know, a lot of people in here have been to farmers markets. My sister, I got a few of my sisters in here that rock with me to go to farmers market, eat real good and stuff like that. It says, real Chrissy knows she is hot, so I'm interested in invest. Okay, well, that's between you and Chrissy. It says, what's good with you, the host? I'm good. Welcome. Like you said, you coming in hot. You not playing. You know, let me shut up. Welcome to the chat. We just chilling talking about grapes right now. That's all. But like I was saying, the best grapes is to get, or any type of fruits or fresh vegetable. It says Sam. It says gangster, only the strong survive in prison, my nigga. Lord. Here we go. Now we just had Polo, and who was that? Ezekiel. Now we got Sam in here, and we got Terrified. Now they finna go. He said my name. It says yes. I shot my shot. It said yes, Sam, by using soap hot. Oh my Lord, here we go. So boys, this chat is popping tonight. Boy, I just don't know what is going on. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my Lord, sweet Jesus. It says it's a hot one tonight. You is not lying, Ezekiel. It is on fire. Oh my gosh. I ain't never, you know, the last time I had a chat like this is when it wasn't, I was finna say Scott. If y'all remember Scott, the heavy hauler. Yeah, no, it wasn't Scott. It was a account. His name was Rhett. You guys, Chrissy, you guys remember when he came in here with the lot lizard? He had it on fire. We ain't had it on fire like this since Rhett came in here. It says, Sam, your butt cheeks must be sore. Oh, you guys, don't go. Y'all need to just chill. Lord. And don't let Tony, your man, come up in here and get into it. It says, Lord have mercy. So many mods here. Terrified won't survive. Well, right now they're letting you do your thing. Because I guess everybody want to see what you say, but if you all of a sudden disappear, I ain't got nothing to do with it. As long as you stay respectful. Because it's like the electric chair. They put their hand on that trigger, you're going to disappear. He says, so Chrissy, can I talk you out of a Domino's pizza? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh my, why Domino's pizza? It says, come on, Sam, not the father joke. It's overrated. Oh my Lord. How you know my girl like Domino's? Why it couldn't be like Pizza Hut or something? What if she into Little Caesars? What if she don't even do pizza? Then what? It says, it's what I can afford. Hosts don't want to promised her diamonds and only have bronze. I feel you, man. It says, and Lord testifier says, photo, look at it. Oh, my Lord. It says, Domino's have deals daily. Y'all do shoot your best shot. Hey, like I said, come on in. Hey, y'all, hey, I ain't got nothing to do with whoever hooking up. Hey, y'all do y'all thing. If it works for you, it works for me. I'll back you up. I'm just here. Cause I haven't even been on. It has not even been an hour. In this chat, it says, do not encourage live. Well, I'm not. It's just funny because this chat done got hot tonight for whatever reason, and I just really don't understand it. It went from Polo. He came in here, said what he had to say, and he bounced up out of here. And then now he done bounced up in there. He going with it with Sam. We gonna see how long he hang in there before he bounce himself up out of there. The chat is hot tonight. It says, I'm trying to zoom her picture. Wait a minute. Wait. Let me. No, that's. Wait a minute. He says, I know what he's trying to do. He said, wait a minute, wait. That didn't went by. It says, I'm trying to zoom her picture while she have a classy style for that picture. Oh, bro, he is serious. So you trying to make the picture bigger so you can see it? It says, Sam is overrated. He said, I'm trying to zoom her picture up. I don't know what to say about that one. Maybe she might send you a different picture. You don't have a good picture. You just got that, whatever that look like some words. I can't even hardly see yours. It says, nice choice, host, to make her blue. Oh, yeah. She good people. I see why you trying to holler at her. But now you got to find out some more about it. You got to make sure she ain't married. You got to make sure she interested. That she interested in you. You got to do a little bit more research now. It says, I have a strip on my picture. Well, excuse me. I can't see it because it's too small for me right now. But if you leave me a comment on one of my videos, when I end the chat, I can see it. Do me a favor, leave a comment on one of my videos so I can look at it. Right now, I can't do it because it'll knock me off. It says, married or not, I'm still trying to take. So wait. Wait. Hold up. You said married or not. In other words, you don't even care if she married? Come on now. If she was married, I know her husband wouldn't like that. It says, his picture says, drop the soap so that I can woo, really? I did not know that. I know she is taken because she is too beautiful to be single. Carmen F. Black, wow. Oh, it's hot tonight. It's getting hot in here. I need to put on Nelly or something. It says, I enlarged it. Okay. Wow. Pretty interesting. It says, do it really say that? Look at Carmen getting all into the juice now. She said, do it really say that? It says that Black, it says you invested in my picture. Y'all is clowning tonight. That is hilarious. Carmen said, do it really say? Oh, Lord, I needed this laugh because I had a long day, let me tell you. And everybody bouncing into it. And looking at my sister, Lena, she popping in, she making them faces like, whoa. It says Black love picture. I'm tripping off what Carmen said. Now she in the chat with y'all. She could be able to see it. She said, do it really say that? And with a question mark behind it. Lord have mercy. Black love pictures. It says, Chrissy, where you at, sweetie? She in here. She just ain't saying nothing. He's still on Chrissy. Chrissy, will you please help the man out? It says, I'll be back. Gotta see. Corbin said, I gotta see this. All right, we'll be here for a few minutes because I'm gonna get ready to get off in a minute, but this is hilarious. Wait a minute. It says, sis, it's a different live. Sis, let me tell you, baby, this live, this is one of the, just, I don't know. P. Diddy got your ass, huh? Terrified. Lord have somebody help me, y'all. Will y'all help me? Help me out. What did P. Diddy? So Sam, who you talking to? Y'all. Let me laugh. Forgive me. Let me stop laughing, y'all. Y'all got jokes tonight. It says I'm hiding in the bushes. I know that's right. Lord have mercy. They going back and forth. Wait. Why y'all deleting that? I want to see what's popping off. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, I needed to see that there. It says, yes, Sam made him. It says a cooking oil and not Johnson. No, y'all should have let him go back and forth. Don't do. Let it go. Y'all, the people that's in here, I want to see what's being said. Why y'all got beef? It says, Chrissy, I would be kidding too. My Lord, y'all is on fire. Carmen, it says hi. I'm trying to figure out what happened with y'all. We all supposed to be getting along. Y'all in here joning on each other, going back and forth for no reason. I mean, writes LOL. Hiding. Okay, who hiding in the bushes? So, Chrissy, you saying you was hiding from him in the bushes? Hello, NXX world. Welcome to the chat. Now we finna see what he got to talk. Okay, well, how you doing this evening? Welcome. Welcome to the chat. It says he is disrespecting Chrissy. He is not funny. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone because I missed some. I was trying to see what was said, and somebody took it away, and I was like, wait, I wanted to see what was said. All I see, it says, I'm good, just ate. It says, and I hate. Okay. Welcome. It says, do you want me to bring him back? Now, y'all do what y'all want to do. I was curious on what was said. I missed the part because I was scrolling. I was trying to see, and it was gone. But if he was disrespecting Christian, there was an issue. Yeah, y'all had to knock him out the box. It says Christian said she was hiding in the bushes, and I said I would be hiding too. He wanted her. Okay, I feel you. It says, where are you located at, Miss Yolanda? Where am I located at? Let's see. California. It says, and he was rude to Sam. I got you guys. It says, are you in a truck? Yes, I'm in a truck. Are you a truck driver, NX? Do you drive a truck? It says, yes, he was rude to Sam too. Okay, I mean, it was just funny because of the going back and forth. I'm like, where's this Jonan coming from? Y'all just, first it was the first dude, the polo dude, and he was going back and forth with Ezekiel. Then he left, and then the dude popped in, and then him and Sam, and then I'm like this chat was just like confusing for a moment. It says he was okay. Who is this? Just a white boy. Just a white boy. It says white on black or Chinese. Jesus died for all our sins. Okay. Welcome to the chat, just a white boy. You said white or black or Chinese. I feel you. Jesus died for all our sins. Okay. It says, but Sam handled him very well. I appreciate that. Put him back on. I'm from St. Louis. Uh-oh. Sam said, put him back on. Oh, Lord, it's finna get popping. Woo, baby. I'm gonna stay out of it. It says NXI. It says used to for a while. Oh, you used to drive for a while. It says your lives be interesting, a lot to see. After hours live be on and popping. Chill, Will, baby. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. We done had some good ones, but this right here topped the cake. We had one. You should have been here where we had a cattle hauler was talking about some lot lizard. Was he not popping off, Chrissy? It was on and popping. I think Ezekiel was here. It says, just a white boy, two blondes walked into a building. It says, you think one of them would see it. Two blondes walking. What? Wait a minute. Two blondes walked into a building. You think one of them would see. Oh, Lord. So you said they actually boom. I'm thinking he's talking about actually walked into a building, like walking. He talking about some hitting the building. Duh. Oh my gosh. That's a joke that I didn't catch right away. But I got you. I got you. It says Chill Will, yeah. Oh my gosh, Chill Will crew. Oh, she's telling. It says white boy might be. White boy might be next. Lord Carmen, y'all is popping tonight, huh? White boy came in here with these jokes. He got me with the two blondes walked into the building. You think one would have seen the building, huh? He's trying to say blondes are dumb. I caught it, but I caught it late. That was a good one, though, white boy. And then Carmen came at it with him. She said white boy might be next. Y'all on fire tonight. Oh, my God. It says just white boy laughing my ass off. Chrissy. It says Carmen eats. Sam, it says where did that caveman at? I have no idea. Oh my gosh, look who's in the building. Look who's in the building, y'all. Chrissy, look who's in the building. Account. His name is Red. KJ Account. That's my cat. We was just talking about him. We was just talking about the last chat was lit with you, man, when you was talking about the lot lizard, and look who popped up. What's happening, my man? Tell me more about the lot lizards, fella. So the last time Account was here, him and my boy, Brooklyn. So Brooklyn Born, well, he's not here. I wish he was here. They had it popping off, just like Polo and Ezekiel had it popping off. It says he's hiding there in the words on his profile, no real picture. Yeah, but he got some interesting stuff. I have one thing to ask you, Red. It says, hey, Chrissy and Yolanda, what's up? You still going cold turkey with those lot lizards, bro? Come on, Red, what's up with the lot lizard, man? You said you went cold turkey, and the last time you was in the chat, it was, how long was it, Chrissy? I think he said it was a week that he didn't have a lot lizard. But you guys are not familiar with Red. Red is a truck driver. He is a cattle hauler, bull hauler. He hauled bulls. And so when he first started coming to the chat, he was telling us about he spends $400 a week on lot lizards, and he broke it down to us. We went to talking about like strip clubs, you know, and he just broke it down, and he was honest about it. Then we went to the chat again. It's a long story. You guys had to be there. Then he came back to another chat, and what did he tell us, Chrissy? He said he went cold turkey. It was like 4 days. It says, oh my Lord, you slipped, huh? Oh my gosh. Yeah, but you would have to hear his story about lot lizard. It's hilarious. But I got to give it to him. He's been honest because a lot of people won't tell you about their lot lizards. So you got weak. Well, how did you get weak? What happened? It says, ooh, cold turkey. Ew, cold turkey. As I got weak and I slipped, ew, cold turkey. It says holla. It says my son's father is a truck driver for JB Hunt. Okay then, so your son's father, he's a truck driver for JB Hunt. I got a buddy over there at JB Hunt, Chill Will crew. How long has he been over there at JB Hunt? My homeboy might know him. I got a buddy of mine who's been over at JB Hunt. I think Johnny been over there 30 years now. True. It says, I got two uncles, a truck driver. They doing so well. Yeah, are they owner operators, Chill Will? Red, you got a load tonight? Red normally leave out in the middle of the night. I passed a whole bunch of bulls today, Red, and I was thinking about you. Those bulls with those big old horns. What do you call those with those big horns? They were long. They were beautiful, too. They was brown, and they were sticking out. Because I had to deliver. I was over at the cattle house, and I thought about you. Longhorns, yes. That's exactly. They were beautiful. It says, I got two. Okay, yeah. Longhorns. It says, I got a knock on my door from a stunner. Couldn't say no. Oh, my Lord, Red. Why you couldn't say no? It's hard to go cold turkey, isn't it? Longhorns. Yeah, that's what he just told me that they were. It was a whole bunch of them. There was different colors. I seen brown ones and tan ones, and they had some was like, I don't know what color those were, like oranges or beige or whatever. It was beautiful. It says, I don't know about all of that, but I know they're living well over 25 years in the game and with trucker drive. Oh, yeah. Texas Longhorns. Yeah, there are Texas Longhorns NX, but I wasn't in Texas. I was over at a beef cattle house. I had to make a delivery. No, I was not delivering cattle. I was delivering the boxes. When they slice up the meat, they put them in those big old boxes. And I guess they ship them off to the grocery stores. And I hope they're not gonna do nothing with slaughtering them up. Shoot. And then so I had came over to that cattle house before, but it's a chicken place. I ain't gonna say no names, but that chicken hauler, he was going around that curve and it says 15 miles an hour. And y'all think I'm playing. The chicken hauler, his truck flipped. And when he flipped, it landed and the crates busted. And all the chickens went running all up in those woods and stuff. I have to tell y'all that story one time. It says, black beautiful woman. She was a black beautiful woman. Oh, she was a beautiful. Oh no, she was a beautiful black woman. Oh, really? Okay. Then we got Sam. It says the best running back I know came out of Texas, Earl Campbell. I don't know. It says, then I don't know Earl Campbell. I know Joe Montana. I don't know Earl Campbell. I know some of them. I think we had a discussion like this before, Sam. Now, who is this NX? It says disease resistant disease. What disease? What? I'm curious. I'm so lost now. Y'all, I know tomorrow, Monday, I know a lot of people got to go to work. Y'all ain't got to stay on here. I'm just going to stay on here for a few minutes. I got to roll myself in the morning. I just wanted to come on. And I didn't think even this many people would shine on a Sunday. It says, I was in Nebraska, got a load, ended up being raw skin. What? Ended up being raw skin. I couldn't eat for a while. What? Raw skin? What are you talking about? I'm so confused. So you got a load in Nebraska and it was being raw skin? Oh, you're saying, okay, I got you. I'm thinking like a person, like you done picked up some bodies or okay, I'm on board with you. I got you. It says the Houston Oilers. Okay, I don't know who, none of the sports like that, but I feel you, Sam. I know certain sports, like we moved to Texas not too long ago when my husband got sick because he had a double transplant out there. So we moved from Missouri, but originally from Lake St. Louis / O'Fallon. They right there at the borderline, Missouri. So I know like Ozzie Smith, like when you talking like, depending on what sports or who you talking about, I know. It says pulling out of, oh, Ogden. I know where you are. Ogden in 10. Oh, about 10 minutes. Okay, you in Ogden. I know where you're at. All right. Okay, cattle raw skin. I was wondering about that. When you said it, I had to think about it for a minute. Red, where you headed? You going to you going to a trade show? They about to sell them bulls, or what they about to do to them, man? That I know you ain't taking them to no slaughterhouse. You probably going to one of those stock shows or one of those bull riding hoes. Where they be riding those bulls. Cattle raw skin. And I appreciate everybody that rocked into the chat. Let me see what time it is. I'm gonna get ready to shine off in a minute. But this chat was very interesting. It was very different tonight. It says heading to Oklahoma. Okay, you heading to Lake Afulya. I know exactly where you're going. So you're going over there. You taking all that cattle over there, Red. You must be going to a bull riding. They finna in Oklahoma. You either taking it to you taking those cattle to an auction over there in Fulya, or you going to an auction, or y'all they finna sell that cattle when they be. Anybody got 30? Anybody got 30,000? 30, I hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 40, 45, 55. Okay, and sold. That's where you're headed to. They be going, I'll be loving up in there. They be like, we're going to start this bid off. Still, we got $10,000. We got $10,001, $10,002, $2. Oh, they be going, boy. I love to do some mess like that. They be clowning. Can I get 20 grand? We got $20,000 over there. Right there for the gentleman in the red hat. 20, 20, 25, 20, 25. We got 25K over there. They be gone, boy. I say, go ahead. I ain't mad at ya. They be selling, boy. Can I get 30, 35,000 over there? 35. Come on, can I get 40,000? 40,001, 40,002. Sold to the gentleman right there. Have y'all ever went to that? Seen one of them, chat was very interesting. Mary, girl, it was very interesting. Have you guys ever went to a cattle auction? You going to a rodeo. Have y'all ever went to a cattle auction or any auction? It is lit. 0623 here in Jonesboro. Girl, you better lay down. Rodeo stock. It says, I love to hear the auctioneers. Yes. It says you should stop by. If I'm in town, I might check it out. They be da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It says, I love that sound of auctions too. Yes, it is interesting. I'm back. Okay, King, where you been? You talking about you back? Never been to one, Karma. You should check them out. They're pretty cool. It's me. It says, went to a estate sale. Yeah, and they do the same thing at a estate sale. Living life, Lenino, you are, she's in South Africa. It says, never been, would love to go. Yes, Chrissy, they're interested. If you ever get a chance, and if anybody invites you, go to one. Or, excuse me, get with some friends or somebody and go check one out. They got all kinds when they selling cars, cattle, whatever. They're pretty interesting. Estate sales, like Mary said, they can be selling furnitures at the highest bid. It's Mary says yes. It says, y'all be safe out there on the road. Thank you guys for being out there on the road. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. But let me see what time. You guys, I'm going to give this 15 more minutes, and that'll be an hour and a half, and that'll be 11:45, and I'm going to get ready to call it a night. Anybody in the chat want to hook up with something? I'm not saying hook up that way. What I'm saying is, it says, tell Tony, yo, man, to go on and cook up some liver and onions with a 40 ounce of King Cobra. Tony, yo, man, I think is up in this chat, but I think he's cooking, and he might hear you. And I think he jump in from time to time, because probably about 15 minutes, he gonna probably try to drop his video. He normally drop his video between now and about 12 or a little bit after. Okay, Red is back. It says, are you in Zalula? Okay. Oh, they're talking to each other. It says, any lot lizards out there tonight, yo? No, there isn't none here at Rap because I'm at our hub. So they can't even get in. But if I was at the truck stop, they would be. They can't get in the yard because they need a pass. It says, Carmen as Sam, you commented on Tony Yo Man video and he will see it. Oh yeah, I know what she's saying. Yeah, he'll see it. Carmen, you guys get a chance. I want y'all to go over there and check out that octopus. Carmen Eats put out a video eating some octopus. She put out, I seen that one the other day. Well, I seen a lot of her videos, but I seen the one the other day, y'all. She was eating duck tongue. A tongue from a duck. I'm like, girl, and then had nerves telling me something. It's kind of crunchy. I started to jump through that screen and snatch her up. She be, girl, you need to stop playing, Carmen. You play too much over there. It says, no, I'm not, but I understand as I speak it. It says, my channel word. Yeah, Carmen be playing too much. It says, then you must be, oh, they're talking to each other. Hi, King. King, where did you end up going? I'm curious. Where were you at? You said you're back. Where did you go? So, like I said, y'all, you said I don't know. So, King, you left somewhere and you don't know where you went? Sam, he said, God bless. Says, hi. How are you all? How you all doing? Hi. How are you doing? King. It says, I didn't even go anywhere. Well, you said you were back, so I thought you went somewhere. Because you said, I'm back. Like you had really went somewhere, but you didn't go anywhere. And then you said you didn't even go anywhere. Chris, this is Yolanda. It says, you did your hair. Yeah, Chrissy, you don't realize, girl, look, all that gray gone, baby. Did you notice that, Chrissy, about your girl? All the gray gone, honey. Yes. All the gray gone. Wash that gray white out of my hair. And then I twist it up. And then so I'll have it done. Yep, it says, Yolanda, you did your hair. Yep, did it different. So when I got the gray out, washed it, conditioned and stuff, just put it up like this. It says that black people will visit your channel, then all would discuss future. It says, hi. It says, I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Okay. Thank you, Chrissy. I appreciate it, hon. Yep, I wanted to do something different. It's heavy, but I'll make it work. That's when y'all don't ever see me with my hair up. Because when I put my hair up, I know Jolia, that's my girl over there, Jolia Legacy. Y'all go check her out. She keeps hers up a lot too because she's out there in Georgia. But I don't know how she do it because I be getting a headache when I put my hair up in a bun. My hair is really heavy. It might not look it, but that's why y'all don't see me with my hair up or updos, because my hair is it's heavy. So if I put it up in like a bun, I can keep it up for a while, but after a while I get a headache and it just wears on my head. So I mean, that's why I keep it down, because it's just heavy though. Looking great. I appreciate that. And living life with Leon. It says, good. I'm doing a video after we leave here, and you're welcome anytime. Look good. Thank you, King. I appreciate that. And again, like I said, I'm just gonna try to do an hour and a half tonight. So you guys, about 10 minutes, I'm gonna shine it off. So anybody that's here in the chat, I say the same thing every night. This live was lit. Lit. Everybody that's in here, if you guys want to like tap on the picture profile, you could subscribe to that person. You could go check out their channel. You can look at their content. And for all of you guys that are here, y'all know that rock with me. I don't have a set time. Like some people have a set time where they might go live, you know, every Sunday or every Saturday, Monday, in the evening, whatever. And they stick by, like Jolia, my girl over there. I love Jolia. She has a set time and she stays for like just an hour. And I don't know how she do it. I'm not organized like her. And then Lexi, it's a few people that have set times. And there's another girl, I forget her name. She go like at 8 o'clock on, I think, Friday nights. But see, I'm still rolling. You got some people that go noontime, Monday through Friday. You got some people go in the morning, at night. And then you like Bowl 14 for Life. She was in here earlier. Now, if you guys get done, if you want to go over there to my girl's page, let me see, who is this talking? Wait a minute, let me read some of this chat. It says, Yolanda at Living Life with Lena, people are very special. At Yolanda Living Life with Lena, people are very special. It has been lit. Yes, it has. It says, King, it says, but I'm sorry for being gone. Okay, you're good. It says that Black people, yours too, but thank you. So no, they're just talking. So like I said, back real quick to what I was saying. So the chat was pretty lit tonight, even though I'm not staying on long, because normally I would do 2 hours, 2.5, and a few minutes. It'll be, I'm gonna give it another, like I say, 9 minutes. It'll be an hour and a half. I'm gonna shut it down because I did come on late. I didn't even think I was gonna get this many people. I didn't think this chat was gonna be this lit. I didn't think it was gonna be popping like it's popping. But baby, between Polo, Sam, Ezekiel, who else? They was all popping off. And the dude, whatever the dude named that y'all blocked that was trying to holler at Chrissy, and even Red stopping it. I mean, it has been, all we needed was Sam up in the house. Everybody just came through. I appreciate all the love. Who is this? Ken. It says, should I bow down to Black people? Oh, Lord have mercy. Hey, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Who you want to bow down to, baby? It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Should you bow down to Black people? Hey. Y'all just got me acting silly up in here. I guess because I'm tired. If you want to, why not? You love me? Well, I love you too. Well, if you love me, I guess I have no choice but to love you too. And if you want to bow down, baby, go ahead and bow down. Okay? But there we go again. She said, there we go again. I know that's right. She said, there we go again. You is not lying, sis. It's just, that's why I was trying to look and see the moon. I was trying to see. I can't see the moon. She's in South Africa. Anybody in the U.S., is there a full moon tonight? Because I'm curious. Chrissy, I appreciate you too, love. I appreciate everybody that came up in this chat. Like I said, I'm going to try to scroll and say a few names. If I forget you, I apologize. But again, about 6 more minutes, I'm going to call it the end. Y'all hurry up, make y'all connections. If you want to connect with somebody, make sure you connect with it. It says, yeah, we got some Whackmore energy. Let me look and see if there is a full moon. Yeah, tell me if there's a full moon because something's going on. But you guys go in the chat, scroll down. You got a lot of people up in here. It's too, I ain't even finna scroll. There's too many people up in here. They be trying to call out all the names. Like before, it's starting to get more and more people up in these chats, and I ain't finna be scrolling, crawling out all these people. Shay, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. It was a full, it was full less 25 hours. Wait a minute. Full moon. Okay, so there we go. It is a full moon. I figured it was. It says you saw mine on my post, Yolanda. Yes, that was a beautiful post you had. I like that. I like that. Everybody up in this chat, y'all can go connect with each other if you want to. You can go by the person page. You can check it out if you like it. That's fine. Stay there. If you don't like it, you can keep it moving, but it ain't gonna hurt to see. It seemed like it was a lot of good people. It was fun. It says subscribe and like. I appreciate that. Mary, I see you, love. My sister Lena, I see everybody. Chrissy, my girl Carmen. I want y'all to go check out the octopus over there. If you got time, oh girl got exotic food. That's my girl. My girl, we connected. I'm really loving her. She good people. Tony, yo man, he's in the chat somewhere. We got Sam up in here. We got guys, people, everybody up here. We got my girl in. Any and everybody. Chill Will was here. I don't know if she's still in the chat. You can connect with her. She got some good stuff over there. We got Shay up in here. You can go connect with any of these people. Ken, anybody that you see in the chat, you got Carmen Eats. You got all of them. If you want to connect, push on their profile, go to their page, subscribe, watch their stuff, and there it is. And if you don't like their page, go to the next page, watch their stuff, and so on and so on. I'm quite sure somebody in this chat you'll find that you like and that you want to connect with. And if you don't find anybody in the chat, just surf the YouTube and you'll find somebody that you want to connect with. That's all I got to say. We've had fun. I mean, like I said, I just was coming on, thought a few people was going to stop in because I was trying to show them my gray was gone, trying to mess it. And then people just start popping off and it just started going from there. It says, yes, Google says it's a full moon. Yes, that's what Shay was just saying. Tony, yo, man, hello to everyone. There's Tony, the man in the house. Tony, we're going to get ready and shut it down because I've been on here an hour and a half. I'm getting a little bit tired, and y'all know I'll be running my mouth. And the more I run my mouth, the more water I drink. And it's been a long day. But everybody that came in, it was... Tony, you missed a lot, but it was on and popping. And Lita, she just said, oh no, here we go again. We've had some wild people up in this chat tonight. I appreciate each and every one up in the chat. Yeah, baby. Hello, Tony. Okay, everybody's speaking to the man of the building. That's my homie right there. The man that put me on the map. My highest video is when I did that collab with Tony. Show enough, and I want to thank him for it. Tony, good people, y'all. Go check him out. I know a lot of y'all in here subscribe to him. If you're not subscribed to him, please go subscribe to him because you'll absolutely love him. He is funny. He is good people. Good people. Yes, sir. So, like I said, couple more minutes, y'all, we're going to shine it off. Everybody connect. Remember that octopus, I keep talking about that octopus over there with Carmen Eats. If y'all want to see that octopus over there, she made a seafood boil out of it. Who makes a seafood boil out of an octopus? Nobody but Carmen Eats, baby. Carmen, no, I'm just joking. But yeah, and I seen that, I keep talking about it. I watched that video yesterday. Good vibes, good people. Yes. That's what it is here, and that's what I'm liking. Everybody is just coming in, and they just connecting, laughing, and joking. And that's why sometimes I hate when I come on late and do my lives. But I just randomly just do it whenever I feel the need. I'll just click in. And at first, I wasn't going to do it live. At first, I said, nah, I don't even feel like it. I'm going to turn the TV on. I'm going to lay down. And then some said, just go ahead. And my grandmother used to always say, follow your gut. If it's your instinct, just go with it. And that's what I did. And here we are. And I'm glad I did because it was a pretty lit one tonight. Reminds me, it says, Antonio man reminds me of my uncle. Yeah, a lot of people be all in his chat talking about calling him Unc. What's up, Unc? So yeah, but like I say, you guys, I appreciate you guys always rocking with me, coming through, showing up and showing off. Having my back, all that good stuff, and just rocking with me. Good vibes and everything. So like I say, when you guys, hold on a minute. I got my girl in here, my sister in here. There we go. Yeah, that's my girl right there. So when you guys come back in the next time, like I said, I do my chats randomly. I'm getting tired. I'm sorry, y'all. That's why too I'm going in because I am getting tired. I appreciate everybody that's rocking. Remember, I don't have a set time. I might go live tomorrow. I might not. It just whenever I feel like it, I just go live. So I appreciate everybody that rocked with me. You guys are all good people. It is all good vibes up in here. And like I said, just keep on rocking, keep on, just supporting and being there and supporting each other. And we all, and I could have sworn is, okay, yeah, I see that. The chosen man, he got Tony at Tony. And, like I said, we all should just continue to support each other. YouTube is a big platform, and it's enough for all of us to be able to, to grow together. That's the way I see it. Even for those that have a channel, those that not, there's no need for I see drama. Just try to love each other, because at the end of the day, that's what God wants us to do. I'm gonna love everybody, whether you love me or not. I'm gonna try to love everybody. We'll fight today, tomorrow I'm okay, because at the end of the day, when you got problems or issues with people and you can keep that anger and you mad, all you doing is cutting your blessing inside. I'm telling you, if you mad at somebody, make it right, because what I'm gonna end up doing is one day I'm gonna come in live and I'm gonna talk about some people in my life, whether it be my mother, and y'all stay tuned for that, because what got me want to do something. I'm gonna say this real quick before I let you go. So in case you guys don't know, I follow a sister girl. Her name is Jolia Legacy. If you get a chance, go over there and check out her page. Some of you might be subscribed to her, but I was watching some of her videos on her playlist, today, listening on my headphone as I was working. And I wanted to share this with you guys before I leave. So Jolia, she's very sweet, and I just have, we just have a lot in common. So make a long story short, she was talking about her mother in a video, and it was a Mother's Day video, and she was saying, like the title, everybody deal with Mother's Day differently, whatever. Make a long story short, to listen to some of the stuff that she was dealing with her mother. And then I was listening to her reading some of the comments, and it was just touching me, because there was a lot of things that I was like, I wish I could have been there. So what I'm saying is, and I'll say this real quick. The reason why I say I want to touch on the story with my mother, it says that video touched me too. Yes. So the reason why I want to do a video with my mother, because if you guys go back to my videos, my first 3 videos, one is with my mother, my husband that has passed away. My highest short video is me and my mother. That's my #1 short video. It almost got 3,000 hits. I don't have like high hits because I don't have a lot of subscribers. But you see that video of me and my mother, and you think is, A1 or whatever the deal is. When she told that story, I thought, what, that'll be something I'm gonna do one day in a live, or just do a video, and I'm gonna discuss. I'm gonna say this, everybody has a mother. We all have a father, but like she said, everybody has a different story. Mother's Day is not the same to everyone. What Mother's Day is to me, it might not be to you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's still my mama. But ours wasn't always. I'll leave this with you. I love my mother to that my mother gave birth to me, because she didn't have to. You know what I'm saying? And I would gonna get on live and share my story. As I heard that, I would have loved to have been there, or it'd have been nice if I could sit down and do a collab with her and she tell her story. But it's amazing that a lot of people don't have a knit with their mother. Man, my mother wasn't the best. It was a lot with us back and forth, and I'm gonna share this with you. Before my mother's passing, we hadn't spoken to each other 3 years prior to that, but we reconnected. Now, you got to remember, a lot of you guys don't know, I am my mother's only child. I have no siblings. I have no brothers. My mother had one child, and that was me. And she has 2 grandkids. That's just my 2 daughters. So everybody, it's a long story with me and my mother too, but at the end of the day, I still loved her. And I heard Jolia was saying that, you know, her mother was still alive, and she was saying that if her mother passed today, or she passed today, and it really touched me. She said that she didn't want her mother. She said she wouldn't go to her mom's funeral, and she wouldn't want her mom to come to her funeral. And you know, no respect, I love Jolia. You know, we got a lot in common. But that hit me here, because I was thinking to myself, and I'm not judging. Like, okay, like you are a Christian, sweetheart. Like, you know, everybody is different. Like she said, she do therapy. That right there, I'm still working with that, because even when I tell you the story with my mom, it's gonna be mind blowing. But even with that, this is what I'm seeing is, despite the trials and tribulations me and my mother had, when my mother, I'm gonna tell you something. When my mother passed, she took me off of the bishop. You know, I was the seer over everything. Her life insurance, everything. She took me off and my kid just to get back at me, and left it to someone that she met at church. Like I said, I'm going to tell you the story. It's mind blowing. That, oh, you need to take that person to court. And you know, I'm not taking nobody to court, because my grandmother always said, when a person passes, if they didn't leave it for you, it wasn't meant to be. No. But at the end of the day, I was there. Still make sure my mother was taken care of. Everything was done. This, that, whatever. I'll tell you the story. We all got a story. Hello, Edward. How are you doing? We all got a story, you know. And so, but still got tons of pictures with me and my mom, because we had our good times and we had our bad. We also had a gap in between where we didn't speak there for a while, and we did speak. We went back and forth. But at the end of the day, that's still my mama. And if, like I said, when she died, when they called me, I dropped everything and I was there. But everybody don't feel that way. And I wanted to say this to Jolia, you know, I wish I had the chance to talk to her personally. I know I'm older than her, and if I'm not mistaken, I might have close to 20 years on her, but that's another story. I think in due time, Jolia will heal in her own way, but I understand. And I was listening to her story, how she was saying about her mother was playing the victim, or her mother this and that. And I really hope Jolia will learn inside. And I heard Jolia was saying, yeah, I found myself screaming and yelling. I got there from my mom and this and that. You know, counseling, I guess, will help her. But one thing that I will tell people, and this is just my opinion, my mother did a lot in my life, and I myself, I'm just going to say this, and don't take it wrong. Myself, whatever I do, I take accountability, if that makes sense. If I'm reckless, it ain't got nothing to do with my mama. That's the way I see it, because I'm a grown ass woman at the end of the day. My mama had me. But see, I've seen people do it, and I'm not saying to Jolia, but I hope she gets something out of it. And this is what I've said. Like, I've heard people say, oh, I do this or I do that because I got it from my mama, or my mama's. No. Come on, sweetheart. Your mama ain't got nothing to do with that. That's just who you are. And you have to, as a person, you have to accept that. Don't blame mama. A lot of people would disagree with me, but that's my opinion. My mother did a whole bunch of stuff, but I can blame my mama for everything. And I'm not saying Jolia blamed her, but don't get it wrong. But I'm saying I've heard, like I got 2 daughters. And if any one of them are listening, yeah, I'm going there. And I've had one of my daughters tell me some, yeah. And my one daughter is married, and she fighting back and forth with her husband, and so she said that her husband said, you're just like your mom, this or that, whatever it is. And she said, Mom, I did pick up some of your habits. No. Wait. Hold up, girlfriend. You're a grown woman. Don't use your actions, because you know the difference between right and wrong. Don't blame. Don't say mama got. No. And I don't understand people that do that. I've even seen men that they might do drugs or whatever it might be, or chase prostitution, or just hoish, and they say, oh, I do it because my dad do it. Or I'm a drunk because my dad is drunk. No, you a drunk because you want to be a drunk. you a woman beater because you want to be a woman. It ain't got nothing to do with your daddy. How you blame your daddy for something, for your actions? And that right there, I think people need to, I don't know how to say it. And don't come for me. I'm just speaking on my experience. You know, it says true. Okay, it says I agree because It is not a chance to you relate to grow up as a kid going to when you are fall. Yes, yes. So this is what I'm saying. So I listened to Jolia, and I will continue to pray for my sister, and I hope that the therapy works, because I've seen people go to therapy and therapy does nothing. Sometimes therapy is not the answer. Sometimes you got to look at other things, and I'm trying to get it to come out right, because I'm a little bit older and I have a little bit more experience about things. Like, I knew how my mother was. I still love my mother, but all of my actions ain't had nothing to do with my mom. Like I said, my mother didn't have nothing to do, and I'm not saying Jolie. Everybody is different. Like, I can go on and on about this whole situation, but I'm not. But yes, one day when I do a live, I'm going to start from the beginning to the end and tell you the story about me and my mother. And I still love my mother, despite our rocky relationship throughout our entire life. You know, my mother was a good woman. She did what she could, but my mother had her struggles. When she worked in the hospital back then and stuff, nurses was popping pills, doing all kinds. My mother been through some stuff, but she got herself together. She ended up being a counselor at, what do you call those people that are recovering from drugs and whatever the deal is, in church. My mother was a good woman, but at the end of the day, we had our. I'm gonna save that, but I'm gonna share the story with you. I'm gonna share it, and you're gonna be blown away. But I feel as though I need to share this because it might help someone else. That's why and when I heard Jolia's story about her mother, I thought, you know what? Let me share my story. And then maybe she can see what I'm speaking on. And even with going through her, yeah, it's called rehab. I hear you, six. Choose right. Yeah. So when she hears mine, she might say, okay, I see that. Because sometimes when you share your story with somebody, it might help somebody else. And I would love to share the story with my dad. My mother, I'll say this, my mother had issues with me because of the issues she had with my father. I'm every spitting image of my father. But because whatever you and my father had going on, look here, sweetheart, don't take it out on me. But unfortunately, that's what happened. And I knew that. But see, some people don't know that. And then too, my mother had issues. I knew my mother got the R word, got the M word. Things happened to her because back then it was different than what it is now. They swept that under the carpet. If that happened, you can't say this and that or whatever. It's a long story, but I'm gonna share it with you guys. And I might do it on my next live. I'll start from the beginning. I can all the way back to I can remember, and all the way up to, you know, my mother's passing. And I'll just tell you my childhood, how I came up, what I dealt with, and also a little bit about my grandmother. You know, my grandfather, I'll share some things with you. A lot of people go through stuff and you never know what they're going through or what they're dealing with. You might be on the outside looking in and it's looking perfect. And then one day I'll share with you guys too about my marriage. You know, my 36 years marriage, it wasn't all peaches and creams. You know, we had our ups and downs. Everything, don't believe everything that you see on the internet. People are people. They go through problems. Everybody has issues, even with their children. I got 2 daughters. You know, we all go through something. But unfortunately, a lot of people want to make it seem like their life is so perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. Trust and believe that. If they tell you it's perfect, guess what? They're a doggone lie. They are a lie, and they're lying through their teeth. Don't believe the hype. You know, don't believe it. But people want you to believe that they're so perfect. Their marriage is perfect. It's perfect with their parents, their family, their siblings. You know, they're perfect. They got the perfect job. It's not true. It's not. I'm telling you. And I'm not ashamed to share nothing with anybody. You want to ask me something, baby, ask on. Because Yolanda, what y'all don't realize by now, Yolanda is unfiltered. Yolanda don't give a hoot. And I'm going to keep it real. You know, and like I tell people, you know, when I first got on the internet, I wasn't going to do, and I think Chill Wilders in here, if she would know, I used to rock, and I'll go ahead and mention, I used to rock with a young lady by the name of Beautiful Lady J. You know, Lady J, you know, if anybody knows, she used to do her lives, and I just liked her vibe. She's a, you know, she do the little Mary Jane thing, if you get what I'm saying. That's not my cup of tea, but I didn't care what she did. I just liked her as a person and the vibe and the people that was there. You can get in a chat and people in the chat, just like Lynn was saying, it's more like pen pal. It become a family. You get to know these people and you rock with them, and it's cool. But sometimes people, have you guys ever heard the old saying is, a wolf in sheep clothing? I'm not calling nobody that. Sometimes people are not what they portray to be. You think they're good people, you think they're fine until you see differently. And see, once somebody show me who they really are, it's time for me to move on. All you got to do is show me one time who you are. It's just like the old saying, if a person ever tell you that they're gonna KIL you, believe it. Take them at their word. You think they playing? If somebody told me I'm a KIL you, I'm gonna believe that. What, they just talking off the, no, they're not. You got to take a person at their word. And when you tell me something like that, trust and believe, I believe you. You know, so like I said, no disrespect for Jolia. I love her. I will always love her. She is my YouTube sis. She is good people. I listen to her video. I'm going to continue to keep Jolia in prayer, her and her mother and her family. And I wish, you know, offense, I wish I was her counselor. I don't have a degree, but you know, her counselor has a degree, and I don't know. She says she's been going to counseling a while, and I listen to her, but I'm thinking to myself, you know, you listen to the counselor, you do, but sometimes, like she said, interview a counselor. Sometimes counseling is not what we need. Sometimes there's other stuff in there, and I just don't know how to explain it. But you know, I know you love her. Yes, I do. And because she's almost like a twin to me, you know. We just have so much in common. She's such a beautiful person, and I just love her. You know, we got a lot in common. She's just really good people. And I listened to her story. Another thing, you know, and what she don't know, she's got a problem with her right eye, my left eye. I have glaucoma in this left eye. They're talking about me losing my eye. If I do, I'm going to be okay with it. DOT, that's Department of Treasury, they basically shut this eye down. A lot of people don't know, but it's what it is. I'm going to see if I can get it taken care of. If fine, I do. If not, oh well. Boom. Hey, it's what it is. It's a part of life. You know, at least I'll have my other eye, my right eye. She doesn't have her right, but she left her left, vice versa. And I'm okay with it. I'm the type of person where I'm okay with myself and I love who I am. Nothing doesn't bother me like looks or anybody looking better. Whatever. I'm just who I am. I'm just me, you know. Please eat dried mangoes. You know, I've been hearing that, and I also heard about elderberries and blueberries. Right now, I'm seeing a specialist. They're trying to see if they could do surgery. So that's another thing. Depending on what I do with the surgery, I'm going to take a break from YouTube. But you guys keep me in prayer. I'll see. It's my left eye. It then got bad. It's getting worse over the years. A lot of people know about glaucoma. Some people have surgery. There's nothing for mine. I'm still going to the doctors. They're trying to see. Right now, the eye is at... You know how you have eye see that already 100%. This eye, it is at 60. It's getting lower and lower. But I have some eye drops. It's doing fine. I'm trying to change my diet. But you know, if anybody know about glaucoma, it's just this eye. It attacked this eye. It slowly robs you of your eyesight. So, you know, it's what it is, and I'm okay with it. It's what it is. It says, please do eat. I know someone who hailed just from eating that. You know, I'm gonna have to check that out because I've done my research on the glaucoma. I've heard a lot of different things, but I'm gonna try those dried mangoes. There's some people that got glaucoma in 2 eyes, but I got mine's in 1. By the grace of God, I got it in the 1. And by DOT, I can still drive because legally you can drive with 1 eye. You just, you know, you just have restrictions. Like we got drivers out here that they're missing limbs and whatever it might be, but it's still, I'm going to try those dried mangoes. So you say, you know, when someone that got healed. Well, I hope it will heal mine, because I tell you, baby, this eye, honey, it's been like that, but it's what it is. And it's slowly robbing me. It's been like this. I've had it probably 12 years now. So it's moving slowly. They say it's good. That's because I put that medicine that they give to me. But they said over a period of time, it's just gonna eventually that I'm gonna lose the sight in that eye. And if I lose it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put a patch over that bad boy just like this, and I'm gonna keep it moving. But I'm gonna pray. I'm not gonna manifest that. I'm just praying, leaving it in God's hand that it gets better. But they say that there's no cure for glaucoma, you know. So I mean, I don't know. So they thinking about surgery, but they're saying the surgery might not can help it. But I'll see. If it does, it does, and if it don't, it don't. Certain things I just leave in God's hands, and it's up to Him. If it's meant to be, it'll be fixed, and if not, oh well, I'll leave it be. But you know, like I said, you know, continue to pray for each. I went over a little bit, but we continue to pray for each and every one of each other out here. Again, you never know what nobody is going through. You know what I'm saying? And that really touched me. Listen to Jolia's and her situation about her mom. And like I said, I'll share my story one day, and you're gonna be like, wow. You know, but at the end of the day, that's still my mom. I understand Jolia said, give me my flowers while I'm here, but you got to understand, some people, maturity level, how do I explain it? Age is really have nothing to do with it. Some people, her mother might not matured at a certain level. Her mother might not never mature. Anybody that's still in the chat, like Chrissy, you guys, if you need to leave, go ahead, because I know y'all got to go to work. Don't feel as though you're obligated. Even you, Mary, don't feel as though you guys are obligated to stay here. I'm going to talk for a few minutes. I was going to shine off, but I see some people still in here listening. So what I'm trying to say is real quick is whether you're dealing with a mother or father, or there's people don't even speak to their sister. I know a friend of mine has not spoken to her sister in 12 years. Her blood, they got the same mama and the same daddy. And do you know they fell out over some petty stuff? It is just mind-blowing that people that don't speak, there's a driver that I know personally that runs out of the hub that I run out of up on 35, the same account. He hasn't spoken to his father in over 5 years. I mean, it's just, thank you too, Mary. Thank you for the support. It is just mind-blowing. So what I'm saying is, everybody has challenges and issues with, whether it's, do you guys see on the news? I think that happened in Chicago. It was it's very painful. You're right. It was a Chicago. It was a young man. I might not be saying the story correct. Him and his father had issues, and he wanted his father to be gone so bad. Good night, Mary. Thank you for shining in. Him and his homeboys did a drive-by on his father. How do you do a drive-by on your own father? Now, make that make sense. That type of stuff, it's like, what a lot of people say, oh, you don't understand. I've heard people say they've been like, you know, the M word by their mother, father, whatever. Something has happened. Oh, it was deep. My father did this to me. My mother did that to him. My sister or my brother. I mean, I guess I'm a different type of person. I'm a different breed. And so I think what I'm trying to say is, I guess things don't bother me the way it might bother someone else, if that makes sense. What might bother you might not bother me. Like, I don't have a problem with, you know, an issue. I would even say, yes, I can say it. People say, oh, it's easy. No. Because I've dealt with things in life that some things I'm going to share and some not. Like I've heard girls say their father have done things to them or whatever. Oh, that's really messing my head up. My train of thought is different on a lot of things. Live life. You know, I'm not going to go there because I guess it's hard for me to say that, because people can say, oh, it's easy for you to say that. What affects me might not affect you, which is true. Like, everybody grieves differently. But I'll just speak it for myself. I'm a different breed. What might trouble you, it don't even faze me, if that makes sense. So I'll just leave it at that. I'm the type of person where I'm not going to waste the energy and the time on just things that I cannot change. I just cannot fix it. I have to just accept it. Well, I'm not saying just accept it. Oh, I'm sorry, my phone fell down. I'm just not saying just accept it. But what I'm saying is, it just, I don't know how to put it. It's what it is. So But yeah, I'm just gonna keep on praying for everyone, praying for myself and everyone. Bless you to be, it says, God bless you to be very strong. And I guess that's what it is. And I've heard that because, like I was saying, what might affect you very deeply, it doesn't even phase me. And I guess I've been strong like that. The same thing, the situation with my mother, and I've accepted it to leave. Same thing with my father, and I can explain so many details. Um, I just don't know because I look at some things with people and I just don't understand. I said, well, why did that bother him or her so bad when me it doesn't matter. I guess that's when it comes in by saying that I'm stronger than that, and I've learned to just say I'm not gonna because to me I feel as though that type of stuff it robs you of a lot of your life. I don't want to waste time. um I don't want to waste time just I don't even know. I want to be kind with the word. I don't want to waste time dwelling on something that is not changed and you only be granted one life. I just want to be out enjoying my life. I just want to be able to just say, okay, this is what it is. I don't know how else to say it, but hey, it's what it is. I'm not going to keep going on and on. Like I said, we need to end this. I'm going to get off. But one day when I come on, whenever God is feel is right, I'm just going to go ahead. It says some people are so hurt and they can't get past it. See, that's the type of stuff that I want to talk about. That's what I'm saying. And I know people like that. And I'm not a psychologist or a psychologist. I guess you could say I don't understand, but they're wasting so much of their life and energy and time over something that you're just robbing yourself. Like, let it go. But some people can't. Me and you can get into an argument today. You can call me every name in the book. We could fight like cats and dogs. Guess what? Give me an hour or two and tomorrow, baby, I'm act like it ain't even happened. I'm not finna waste my time and energy to stay mad and angry at you for what? What am I proving? I'm just making my health bad. I'm cutting my blessings in half. I mean, come on. God will want you to forgive the person and keep on moving. Some people, they always say to me, oh, Yolanda, you forgive so easily. You just act like ain't nothing happened. You just keep on going. Well, that's just who I am. I can't change that. If I get into it with somebody or got an issue and you don't like me, guess what, baby? I'm going to still love you. Hate on me all. I'm going to still love you. I'm going to still love you. That's why God can use people to help. Right. You're absolutely right. I love everyone, and I'm not going to hold a grudge. For what am I holding a grudge for? So I can start getting wrinkles and looking like I'm 100 years old. You know how bad that stuff messes with your health and all kind of other issues? No, I'm not going there. It doesn't make any sense for me to stay mad at you. Just like me and my mother, when we had our issues, that was my mother just tore up inside. I had to realize it wasn't me. My mother was still hurt from all the stuff that happened in her childhood and the drama and the stuff she suffered. So because I was there, I was her punching bag. She wanted to take it out on me. A lot of people say you didn't have to take. Well, yeah, I know that. But at the end of the day, I'm not saying I took anything, but I understood. But my mother didn't understand. I understood. My mother, even though I was the child and I was the young child coming up, my mother maturity was not at that level to say, okay, this happened to me as a child. My uncle did this to me. The next door neighbor did this to me. My husband done this and blah, blah, blah. I'm so mad in life. I'm taking it out on my child. No, my mother didn't have the maturity or the spirituality to take it to the Lord and just let go and release and live her life. She went all those years just miserable, just still talking about what her uncle did to her as a young child, what her uncle did. He did this and everybody, and I cried and I this and that. Let it go. Oh, why you just want me to see, but you holding on to it, what is that going to solve? I know it sounds cruel for me to say that, but at the same time, if my uncle would have did that, me study talking about it 50, 60 years, I ain't resolved nothing. Because at the end of the day, my uncle did it. We can't take it back. I mean, if I'm making sense, I mean, y'all might say, oh, she cold. It's not that. I'm trying to get a point across. What is the point where me study 60 years later, talking about something that my uncle did to me that didn't nobody address now? You think it's going to get addressed 60 years later? I done spent 60 years of my life almost just study talking about what my uncle did to me. I'm that type of person that, you know what? I've had stuff happen to me. Guess what I did? You wouldn't, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it happened to me, but I'm not dwelling on it. What, it happened. Guess what I've done? I've moved on. I can talk about it so that I can do all the counseling. I can go get therapy. That ain't going to change the fact that if people say, oh my, no, it ain't going to make me feel better. Because guess what? God has shown me. He gave me a life. I'm going to live and enjoy. I'm not going to let that, to me, what that did or whatever happened, the uncle, you allowing them to steal sections out of your life, if that makes sense. I mean, I can't really explain it and it's not coming out right. But by me, say for instance, that was my uncle. And my uncle did to me what happened to my mom. If I slowly I allowed my uncle to still repeat it and do what he did to me over and over again every time I keep reliving it. And then even if I'm doing counseling, it's not fixing nothing because I'm still talking about it. I'm still dwelling with it. It's still bothering me. I'm still crying. I myself got to learn to say, you know what? I got to let this go. I mean, y'all, I mean, I'm trying to be respectful. It says people get caught into a negative way of thinking and they can't see it. See, yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. I'm not saying just let it go and forget about it. But you can't have your life just constantly going. I don't know. I think y'all get to what I'm saying. Sometimes we have to learn to let go. I know it's easier said than done because everybody's actions are different. It says, I get you, and you're not going to rob yourself. But the joy, yes, by receiving because of you. Yes, you're wounded. There you go. Thank you, sweetheart. Lena, you said it. That's all I'm trying to get. You're actually tearing yourself up. You're not. She said it right there, and it's more to it. You're beating yourself up. You're just Oh, I almost said it. It's there. Why are you doing this to yourself? Even if it's your mama, it's your daddy, your brother, because there's brothers and done things to sisters or whatever the deal is, the uncle, the daddy, the grandpa, whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. Like, but you know what? I'm going to let it go. So like I said, we're going to get a chance. The chat has been going on for a minute. Like I said, I appreciate it. Now I'm finna start getting personal, get to talking, but there's a lot of things that happened to in my life, and I've learned to let go. I mean, it took a maturity level to get there, but I'm the type of person that, like I said, I can have an issue, and once it's resolved and know how to let go, I still got so-called associates. I don't call them friends. I had an associate last week, me and her was having a conversation, a grown woman, 59 years old. We're on the phone talking. She didn't like what I had to say with her immature self. Yeah, and if she listened, she just said click and she hung up on me. What grown woman go do that to another grown? You are so child. See, that's what I cannot stand, an immature grown person. Like, we are two adults. If you're not liking what I'm saying, you know what? Let's discuss this. Hanging up the phone. So what, we in high school now? Click. And so I tried to call her back saying, hey, girlfriend, what's going on? And she just kept forwarding my call. Then she's sending me these messages talking. Girl, grow up. See, I like to disconnect from people like that because my maturity level, hers is down here and mine is up there because I'm a grown woman. We got a problem, girl. Let's get on the same page and let's talk about it. You hanging up? That's so childish. Oh, that is so childish. I says, I can relate. That's why I get you. I appreciate it. And I do not like childish people. You childish, you keep it moving because I'm a grown woman. I'm the type of person, I run my mouth. I'm a talker, but we can talk this out. If you got a problem with me, something you don't like, sit down and tell me. Maybe it's something that I'm not aware that what I'm doing to you, and let's talk it out. That's all I'm saying. You ain't got to hang the phone up. And then you acting like we in high school. We grown women. Like, what grown woman does stuff like that? And I kept calling her and I was leaving messages. And I'm thinking to myself, hey, girlfriend, like, really? Like, what, what's going on with you? And I'm coming to the conclusion that maybe she had other personal things, but that's no way of handling it. Don't take it out on me. Like, come on, girl, you should be better than that. I'm just that type of person. It's what it is. So hey, each his own. It says true, but it says some people can't help you. That's true. So, but that's just how some people are, and it's just I just don't understand that their maturity level. That's what I don't like. Grown people that have their maturity levels like a high school kid or a middle-aged kid. They always want to argue, fuss, and fight when two grown adults can sit down or get on the phone and they can talk and they can resolve something. That's why we grown. We ain't in school no more. We ain't kids. We grown as people. Excuse my French. Duh. And that's my thing. I'm a talker. You can come to me and talk to me about anything. If I said something that offend you, guess what? Let's talk it out. Let's see what a misunderstanding is at. Maybe we can fix it. Maybe we can't fix it, but it's better to talk about it than to realize and not to talk about it at all and leave it just, out there in the open. Like, I just don't get some grown people. A lot of grown people that fight, whether they're in relationships, children, it's like my mother. I tried to talk to my mother so many times. Instead of her talking, she got so much hurt, so much anger in her that there is no talking. Counseling wouldn't nothing help her. Sometimes people go to counseling, they're just wasting their money and their time because they still don't get the help that they need because it's not the counseling that they're needing. I'm telling y'all, hear what I'm saying. You could still, that's just like somebody that's hooked on drugs or alcohol. You cannot take them and force them to go get clean. They have to want to get the help. Hear me now. Don't get me to preaching. Just like when people be talking about the Bible. When you come at me with the Bible, baby, because I know my Bible, you better come correct or don't come at all. Don't come halfway. Don't half step on me. That's all I'm saying. I might not be the smartest person in the world. My grammar ain't the best. I'm not the educated. I ain't got me. But I'm tell you one thing, baby. I'm sure not the damn dumbest either. Okay? Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying. You got to come correct. But people, that's just how our world is today. So again, that's why we just need to stay prayed up. And I'm glad you guys kind of see where I'm coming from and understand a little bit. But like I said, each time we do these lives, we can all discuss stuff. We can get a little bit deep. If y'all want to share things, we can do that. And I really would like to share my story from the beginning to end with my mother. And I can tell you how I handle stuff, how I learned to deal with stuff. Even with my girls, we've had our conflict. I got 2 daughters. For you all don't know it. And I've had a conflict with my daughters, and that's another story that I would share with you guys one time with my oldest. That's a whole nother one. Of course, my youngest, but still, the oldest one in particular. Everybody has got issues, and you have got to learn how to handle them. And I have to accept that everybody handle things differently, just like everybody grieve differently. Like you might lose a loved one. I've seen people just fall out all over the casket. Oh Lord, screaming and hollering. And people like, what in the world? That's the way they grieve. Then I've seen people where you don't get a peep out of no tear, no nothing. People's like, oh my gosh, they don't look like. You got to respect. Everybody grieves differently. People just need to just stop. Just wake up. You grown. Like, I don't understand some people. The world is, I just stay prayed up. You can't be mad because somebody ain't crying and throwing across the casket. Everybody grieves differently. And you have to allow that person. Like, me and Chrissy could be sisters and we end up losing our mom. Chrissy it just might devastate her so bad that she just break down. And me, I just gone on about my life. But inside, I'm still grieving for my mother. Just because I ain't broke down like Chrissy broke down, don't mean I'm not grieving. But you have to accept the fact, even though we sisters, she grieving one way and I'm grieving another. You got to expect that. You got to give us our respect. You can't expect her to grieve like me and me to grieve like her. It could be 3 years go by and she's still hurting real bad. I could have gotten over it, but I still love my mother and respect my mother. See, that's what people See, I'm a talker. I'm a communicator. That's what people always say, oh, she run her mouth too much, shut her up, da 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 da. No, baby. As they say, I got the gift for gab. And one thing, it's even with relationships, marriages, you know, if there's no communication, guess what? It is not going to work. You can have the best sex in the world. Y'all can have money, the fancy cars, the degrees, the whole 9 yards. Y'all can have kids, the picket white fence, Christian in church, the whole 9 yards. If y'all ain't got communication and trust, y'all ain't got nothing. First, number one, you got to have God first. In that order. You got to have, if you ain't got God in your life, you might as well just hang it up. I'm talking about even for the atheists. If you don't believe, I feel sorry for you. I'm just going to keep it real. You got to have it in order. And then you got to have your help. But the number one thing outside of, you got to have God, that you got to have that communication. If you cannot communicate with the person you're with, you are just wasting your time. It is not going to work. You got a marriage, or you dating or in a relationship with that person, and y'all can't even talk on the same page. Why y'all even wasting y'all time? You can't talk about, you should be able to go to that person and talk about a fly on the wall. And that person should be able to hear you, not to say, hey, I don't want to talk about that. No, when you went in a relationship, you got to talk about any and everything. That's how it works. Simple as that. And that's, I can go on and on. But at the end of the day, hey, I'm just a little old truck driver. That's all I do. So, but like I said, you guys stay blessed. Again, thank you, everybody. I still look at this. I still got my little 2 hours and some. I normally do 2 hours and some, and it is 12:30, and we are definitely running behind. We got people here that are on different time zone. We got people here on my time zone, and I have to get up and roll. I thank everybody, especially the ones that really, really come in and rock with me from the beginning to the end. Chrissy, my girl, always got my back. Always, always. Ezekiel, there's so many people. It says you are a natural leader. I appreciate that. Leanne, everybody that's here that has rocked with me from the beginning to the end, stayed in the chat with me, 2 hours and you might as well say 15 minutes. I appreciate it. Yes, she is. Yes. I appreciate all you guys that be here, be rocking with me from the beginning to the end. You guys stay blessed. Remember, if nobody haven't told you that they love you, I love you, and so does Jesus. Remember, do something nice for everybody. Everybody, we love each other. We're here on the YouTube. Let's support and just stay positive. At the end of the day, keep on supporting each other. Keep rocking with each other. You guys have a good night, day, depending on where you at. Love you. So I love you, girl. That's my girl. I love everybody in the chat. Thank you. And I'm going to get off before I continue to run my mouth again. Yolanda, Chrissy, I love you, girl. And I thank you for being here. Everybody, peace and blessings to you. Thank you, black people at Chosen. Appreciate everybody. I'm not going to go by the names, but I appreciate you guys. Hope to see you on the next chat. And we're going to continue where we left off at. You all stay blessed. Have a good one.